actually quite young. She's only as old as the island is, but she is still the savior of my people and
deserves respect.
Care to repeat that last bit?
and deserves respect.
Ah. Kind of glancing around.
She does look quite anxious and quite worried and tired.
I'm sorry to change the subject. It just, why is it just one tower?
Because that's all we needed.
Okay, sure. I don't want to be rude.
The rest of the temple is still down.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I don't wish to be rude, and if you really feel I need to leave, I suppose I will, but as I said, this is very interesting to me, and if I could help in any way, it would feel like we can help each other out. I could do things for you, possibly, I don't know what, and I could learn more about Liliana and an exciting new race of people that I've never met.
I can't lower the tower just yet. It does serve as the symbol for where he needs to come.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose I could take you down. He knows the way down. I just would rather be here when he gets here. But I suppose I've already been up here for a week. I suppose I can run back down. She prays for a second. She's like, don't resist this.
Sense motive. That is a 23.
So far, you really haven't gotten the impression that she wants to do you harm.
Okay.
Alright, so she prays, and then a sudden, very strong current of water takes you and pulls you out the door and down the tower. And she's right next to you, and she asks if you want about halfway down. She's like, "Oh, did you want the dog?"
Yes, please.
You hear a howl, and then Gianna is next to you.
I wave.
She looks a little panicked. Figures out that she's not dying. The current takes you quite a while. It gets very, very dark. You can't see. And then it starts to get light again. And with a survival check, you might be able to discern where you are.
Probably not, though. That's an 11.
Yeah. So you go down until you get to a rocky outcropping, and there's an overhang with a statue of a very, very, very large man. Not large, but like...
I'm sorry. That was just a lot of wiggly arms.
Like, a large statue of a man holding the outcropping up.
Okay.
And that's where there's a pretty well-lit city, a very, very, it seems to be made out of coral and polished stone. You see lots of mer people floating around, or swimming around. And then you can see this fire extending up out of the top of a temple.
Oh.
So that's my home, Temple of Liliana. That's where she stays as well. Okay, I'm going back. Welcome. She leaves.
Oh, okay. Sure.
She
Wow.
looks at you and she's
She had someone to meet.
A her person notices you and then notices your distinct lack of fins. And comes over and is like, are you lost?
Not really. I've just never been here before. Hi, I'm Valky.
Nice to meet you. I'm Christoph. I'm Russian.
Greetings, Christoph. No, I heard about the tower that had suddenly appeared out of the water and ventured across about half of the continent above the mainland to get over here, and then just kind of went over to it and met Lena, and told her it was very interesting and that it'd be nice to meet more people, and she just kind of brought us down here.
Yeah, it was her lover got chosen to find the Moonstone this year, so she's a little on edge.
Oh.
You'll have to forgive her. She's normally quite nice.
Oh, she seemed nice enough as she was, reaching for that staff that would have been very ineffectual to hit me with. But, to be fair, I think I woke her up.
But, welcome to
Taruna?
No,
Taruna. Thank you very much.
Yeah, out of curiosity, are you breathing through magic?
Yes.
Let me know when that starts to wear off, and I can take you back up there.
Oh, thank you. I should be good for most of today, though. And then a little bit longer if need be. Well, what time is it now?
It says some measurement of time that you've never heard.
Ah. I don't know what to do with that, actually. We measure time differently.
We don't have a sun.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to think about that for a second. I'm going to feign like I know what he's talking about and try to figure out what that has to do with it. Because Valky hasn't read sci-fi like I have, and, 10 intelligence, so...
I feel like she would know what the sun is.
No, you know what the sun is, but I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have put as much thought as, like, me and you have into the reason we tell time the way we do. They may have heard it at some point,
but she does know that's how sundials work.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's true. That's true. It would be a closer reaction back then. Okay, yeah, never mind. Anyway, I should be good for a good while yet. Before I head off to pay my respects at the temple there, is there anything I should know and avoid doing in your fair city here?
Don't kill anybody. Okay. Just treat everybody with the kindness you want, and I won't be too mean to you. We're peaceful folk.
Oh. Neat. Thank you. And I give Shiana a meaningful look to indicate, yes, be good.
Roll to tell secret messages. Hopefully it's better than last time.
That's what, bluff, I think? That's a natural one. Which is a 10 overall. Oh, I hope that doesn't come back by the...
Shiana is now she's going to attack the first thing that she thinks is attacking.
Shit.
Lucky for you, no one here is really that violent looking. Because they are a peaceful folk. But she's pretty sure you just told her to be very, very careful.
Woo.
Damn it.
Oh, well, we gotta find some way to make things interesting around the peaceful folk. They're notoriously boring,
Yeah, Yeah, and except there's a goddess living in this town.
Yeah, and I'm going there now, so I can meet my third deity
She's
face to face.
only 60 years old, though. She's like a baby goddess.
Well, fourth. Would Shiana count as a deity yet?
Nah. If Sybil,
Okay.
if Sybil had survived, probably.
Okay.
Because you would be around both halves of them.
Okay.
But no, she
So-
doesn't count yet.
So, third
Third.
god then, yeah. Not fourth or fifth, depending on if you count them separately. Yeah. So that's what I'll say in common to Shiana, as the merman is still hovering there.
Existing.
Existing there, sure.
Existing. Is president.
Well, this will be the third god I get to meet, and second for you, right? Let's go. Let's go. And then just swim off.
Alright, so you go to the temple, and it's very, very nice. There are some kind of gemstone that you're not really sure what it is, but it seems to be one of the main decorations in this place. It is a light blue, but it looks like the center glows red. So it's very, very pretty. The walls themselves, the inner walls, are not made of stone at all. It's all coral. There are fish and things swimming in and out of them. It's a very lively place. There is one very large room with a very, very large, I don't remember the size categories. Medium, large, huge, what's after huge? This is what I was asking, by the way.
I think it's gargantuan, but I can't remember if
There's
that's
a
actually one of them.
gargantuan-sized mer-person floating, hanging out in this room.
So like,
Shiana growls.
so how big in like feet of height?
Over huge.
Meters or whatever.
I didn't do that. I was just like,
Okay,
size
yeah.
category.
Sure. Okay, sure. Because I think they start going kind of exponential, so I don't know. I don't have a good sense of what things in that size category are. I feel like if he's in the room, he might not be above huge, but I don't know.
Well, it's a very large room.
Oh, okay. And I will put a hand on Shiana and try to calm her down.
Size category. Weapons. No, it doesn't say. But very, very large.
Okay.
And upon being growled at by the wolf, she just puts her hand to her finger. Puts her finger. Like, no, stop that. It's fine. She's like, I don't think I've ever been visited by someone without fins before.
Huh?
Nice to meet you.
Greetings, I'm Valky. Or I'm Valkyrin of the Order of Pharasma.
Ah, Pharasma. I think we met once. She didn't like me much.
Oh.
Nothing against you, of course. I suppose I understand. I am much younger than she is. I kind of have. I don't know if that's something she would actually say, actually. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think she likes me very much. But nothing against you. It's nice to meet you. What brings you here?
Curiosity, mostly.
Good reason.
I heard of the tower that had sprouted out of the ocean and traveled no small distance to go see it.
Well, it's just a symbol for one of our brothers to return home.
Yeah, I heard something about a moonstone and.
Yes, I assume you saw the statue.
Mm-hmm.
That courageous
creature keeps most of the people who live under my domain alive by holding the island off of them.
Creature?
Yes, he's, I believe he's actually one of the last constructs from the Construct War.
Oh.
When I woke up, the island was crumbling. I just saw all of these people about to be crushed, and I begged for anyone to save them. He stood up and held the island off of them. Since then, we've had to help him out, and we give him stones, and they give him the strength to hold the island up.
Oh. I used to work with some of the other constructs, and they're nice enough, but then they decided to...
They still exist?
Yes.
I thought they all...
No. There weren't many of them that I saw, but I met 3. But then I heard they were plotting to kill the island, and I like the island. I don't want it to die.
She looks quite troubled by that information, actually.
Not the people on it, mind you, just the island herself, but I grew up here.
They want to kill Island?
Yeah.
Be very careful how loud you say that down here. She might hear you.
Oh.
I don't want to make her mad.
Yeah, that's kind of was their issue too.
But killing her?
I know, right? That's why I left.
Well, was your curiosity sated by coming down here?
Well, I got to pay my respects to a new deity, both in the sense of I haven't met you before or even heard of you before, and also, as deities go, you're quite new.
Yes, I am. I was born when the islands went down.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a hell of a wake up call. Am I allowed to say that word? This is out loud. Just like, am I allowed to say that? I guess so. I didn't just spite myself, so we're good.
Is that how it works?
I have no idea.
Oh.
There's not really a handbook for this.
Oh. I was kind of hoping there would be. Kind of glance over at Shiana.
There's a reason you're meeting all of the gods. There really is. I promise.
Oh. Oh yeah, before I forget, do you take donations? Most temples on the mainland do, and
I doubt I take what you have. Our form of currency down here it differs from what they use up there. If you don't understand.
Let's see. Something that I feel might be proper tribute. While you may have these in more abundance here, it feels right, so I take off the necklace.
The pearls? Oh.
And I just kind of present them to her.
She does take them. That's very kind. These are different.
Oh?
She takes them. and well, you hold it out to her, and she holds her hand that is really bigger than you are, and you just hold it because she doesn't want to be like and it's bad because when it's water, so she moves close to you and stops. The water pushes you back away because that's how water works. But she does do her best to take it without taking any of your fingers, arms, or other limbs.
If she's just holding her hand out, I'll place it like on one of her fingers, I suppose.
She brings it up to her face. Something about it. I'll get back to this. She puts it somewhere in the room.
And now we won't have to worry about the fact that I keep forgetting to do that.
Yeah.
Woo. I would like to swim around a bit, meet some people, and perhaps talk to I'd heard the name of the Colossus construct at some point, hadn't I? From Tenai? Or no, from Genai.
Different one. There are actually 2 Colossuses left and they don't know much of it.
Okay. I'm going to assume that's it. So what was his name? Do you know off the top of your head?
Roll an intelligence to see if Valky would remember it, because that's a long time ago. And she only did it once or twice.
That's a 2.
You don't remember.
Okay, never mind then.
That was easy. If you'd like me to tell you out of game, I will, but...
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Definitely, I believe having a word with, the kind soul that is protecting you all, protecting your people, as it sounds like you are unaware of the rest of the constructs, and I feel like he should know about them.
They are his brethren. He would probably very much like to know. You are correct. I'll let you break that news to him.
Thank you very much. Just kind of stare for a moment. This is the most relaxed I've ever been in the presence of a god. It's really nice.
She's the mer goddess of life, light, and love. So there's really not much that you can do to get on her nerves, or much that she's going to do to you, even if you do. You punch her in the face, and she'd be all like, just leave. I don't want to do all that.
Life, light, love, and apathy.
Well, I mean, she cares, but she's kind of pacifist.
Yeah. Oh, and that would be why. Well, not necessarily why, but that I could see some bristling going on between the goddess of life and death. Just maybe.
Yeah, well, because while Pharasma is death and neutral, this is a character of a goddess of light, and she's lawful good.
Yeah.
Pretty much death is something she doesn't like at all. And Pharasma understands life is necessary. Miliana is still coming to terms with the fact that death may or may not be necessary.
That makes sense. Actually, that's true. Looking around here, do I get any clues as to what she's the goddess of? Because I haven't actually heard it from anyone.
You do see...
Not really any imagery?
No,
okay.
I was trying to think about it. I was like, there's not really, like, I would say the sun for light, but they don't have a sun down here. They just use bioluminescence for, like, bioluminescent creatures. Which, if you had looked at if you look closely at the lights, you will be able to see that, it's a bunch of teeny tiny little things that light up.
Well, I guess with that...
You know it's warm, even though you know you're quite far underwater.
Yeah.
So you do know, and you were in a freezing place.
Yeah.
So you know it's quite warm down here. So that could give you a couple of hints, maybe, but not it.
Yeah, I don't think she knows science that much to
There's a knowledge for that, so if you don't have it, you don't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll say, well, I suppose I'll go deliver that message, and I bid you a good day and farewell.
Sure. You must come tell me about the surface sometime.
Oh, sure. I'll probably come back and tell you some before I leave you.
She goes back to looking at the pearls with a quizzical expression on her face.
And I bow and swim away.
Alright, well.
And I'll do as I said. I'll kind of swim around a bit, get a better feel of the layout of the town, the lifestyle, that kind of thing.
You see in the way of food, you don't really see inns or taverns. You do see places where you can buy prepared fish or different prepared plants. So nothing's cooked, but they say it's good. They say it's okay to eat, so do that with what you will. You don't really see a blacksmith or anything like that, but you do see craftsmen. That seems that they don't really have any metal workers, but they do have people who can carve things out of stone and coral.
Tiny, no.
Everyone seems pretty friendly. You don't really hear anyone saying anything bad to or about anybody or anything that's happening around. A couple of people are worried that the Moonstone hasn't come back yet, but
That's interesting.
seems to be a pretty peaceful place, much to Valky's chagrin.
No, it's nice. I don't know. I'd get bored eventually, but it's also my first time being underwater this long and doing a lot of this stuff. So there's enough new things to keep me interested for now, even if there's not a lot going on, you know?
Sure.
And I'll make my way over to the
Where the construct
statue.
is?
Yeah.
Alright, he does look different than all the other constructs that looked vastly different from each other.
Yeah.
He does look humanoid, like I did, but his feet are almost completely destroyed. It's pretty much ingrained like coral and whatnot. Lots of plants have started growing up around that area, and there's a giant hollow in his chest where it looks like something would fit.
Oh.
And yeah, he seems to be made out of obsidian. Something. One of the black stones.
Does he seem to notice my approach?
Oh, yeah. He follows you with his eyes.
Is he bigger or smaller than the Miliana?
About the same size.
Okay.
She's probably a little bit longer due to more fishy body, but about the same size.
Okay. Greetings, a great contract. Child of Io.
Hello. I haven't seen one of your kind in quite some time.
Yeah, I imagine not many make it down this far.
It's nice to see that your kind is still up and walking.
It's always nice to see another of your kind as well.
What do you mean?
Well, my name is Valky, and I came over here because when I was talking to Miliana, she didn't seem to know that some of your brethren are still alive on the mainland.
Really?
Yes. Ganai has a city named after him, actually.
That's not
I met Ganai, Magnai, and Tanai all there.
all three of them made it. Wow.
They've been keeping any nation or person from claiming too much land, as that is what angered Io in the past, and they're trying to prevent another war from happening.
That's definitely a good thing. I don't think I could hold up to another island.
I had to part ways with them because they decided to do something I could not agree with, but they were all very amiable to me in the meantime, and I helped them out for a bit, and like I said, I was happy to see another of their kind, or to learn of another of them that had survived.
Yes, it's quite heartening to know that I still have brethren up there. Maybe one day I can get them.
Do you think Tanai would be able to survive down here? I could pass on the message that you're here.
I don't think so. She's made out of. She was crafted out of paper. I don't think she would do that.
Oh. Sure.
You knew that.
I didn't know she was made out of air.
She was crafted out of air, not made out of air. Difference.
Sure.
Magic. I don't gotta explain shit.
Sure. I also may have noted at some point.
I think we had this conversation before, actually.
Possibly.
Not in game, but out of game.
Yeah.
I went over, or maybe it was Chris Chan. He
I don't know.
made the same face he did. What?
I came down here because I saw the tower that had been risen out of the ocean, or heard tale of it, and traveled a decent distance to get to it and investigate because it seemed very odd and worth, looking into it. I had nothing else to do.
Yeah. I suppose that would be quite a sight. I wasn't aware that there were still people up there to see it.
I'm surprised no one has come down here this time.
Well, this is actually pretty far down. We are underneath the island after all.
Oh, good point.
And this particular area under the island, you're directly under the eye.
Oh.
Like on the other side of the rock that he's holding up.
Like, is he
bottom.
still saying that, or
No,
is that?
no.
Oh, okay.
This is yours. Like on the other side of the rock that he is holding is the bottom of the eye.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm hearing is I could quite possibly clear out a lot of the scourge that's been erupting onto the island by keeping him from getting the moonstone, having him eventually drop the bottom of the eye so that everything falls underneath.
He's holding up the island.
Oh. I thought it was like a crumbling piece of. Oh.
He's the reason the island hasn't gone the rest of the way underwater.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Well, at least that's what he thinks. And the people in the city think. There might be something on the other side helping that side not fall.
Mm-hmm.
But if he were to move, at least half of the island would crumble into the water.
I had not caught that. I thought you were saying it was like a overhang that like...
Well, that's what it was to Valky.
Okay.
Because you weren't able to keep up with where you were.
Okay.
But,
I was thinking of a much smaller overhang, is all.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Again, bad description. It's been busy.
Yeah.
I think I use that excuse every time. But I'm always busy.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly untrue. Oh. So have you just been here for these 60 years?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
That is very generous of you, and to
You feel like if constructs could blush, he'd be blushing. He mumbles something about Miliana being very, very beautiful.
I believe Valky would giggle at that a bit.
But that would take a sense motive to get what he was getting at.
Sure. That is a 25.
Yeah. You are completely in the know that he is smitten with the goddess of love. As a construct who shouldn't be able to feel anything at all.
Yeah. when I finish giggling, I will say, that alone was worth the trip over here.
Meaning a construct who fell.
Yes.
I'm creative, see? Let me take something, just break one of the rules of it. That's creativity.
Oh. Oh, and it is in fact time to cut video.